Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Sports Lab Podcast, episode number 41. I am Ebass, the man who currently has a bank account that looks like a losing parlay. And across from me is the only man I know who still watches film on his own wedding, Coach Cook.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? Hope the weekend is going well and you're preparing yourself for the new week. Look, I saw some defensive laps in the reception, Evas. I had to break it down and decided that we're going to slide into this February real smooth, even though we got some cranky coaches, some tired players, and a wondering HR if I'm ever going to mow the back grass.
Okay. It's a sickness, man. But look, we've got a massive board today. Segment 1, we're hitting the NCAA hoops. Some amazing games yesterday. The top 10 is moving faster than a freshman trying to find his classroom. You remember those days? I remember those days. We've got the updated rankings, the locks, and our final 4 picks that will definitely be wrong by next week.
I say let's go. Let's go right ahead and get into it.
Okay, let's get into it. NCAA basketball. You said, we were talking about it yesterday. You talked a little bit about you were going to be on top of this Arizona game. What did you see, Coach Cook? Arizona and Houston game last night. Takeaways.
Hey, wait a minute. We're recording, right? So we can retract that.
Track what?
Well, after you had just kicked that, I was supposed to jump into. I didn't see it. The segment 2, we're talking about Teddy Bridgewater Act and go through that.
Yeah, I know.
Too late now,
but
huh?
you didn't. But you didn't. So I just
all right.
I just went along with the show. So yes, we'll just go into it. NCAA basketball. Arizona. Houston, big games yesterday. Michigan and Duke, huge games. And I think both higher ranked teams got canned.
Yes, they did. That Michigan and Duke game, that was a wild game. And it looks like one of the Boozer boys came through last night.
Yep, the Boozer boy.
Yes, he did.
Dad was happy.
6 for 10, 5 out of 7 from the free throw. Gave you 6 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds, totaling about 34 minutes. Big production coming out of the number 12.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 68-63, Michigan goes down. Although Michigan looked good as well. Like this matchup is going to be one you might see in the championship final, in the finals of the Final Four. You could see these two teams going together, either that or in the Final Four. I think these top 4 teams, Kansas or Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Houston, they're all going to be, they're going to be in the run to make the Final Four. I don't know if they all will make the Final Four because the top 10, at least, going in the Big 12, they're good this year. I mean, you got BYU. Did you see BYU yesterday beat up on Iowa State? You got Iowa State.
They took care of business. I was watching where was I at? Iconics. Shout out to Iconics over that way. I was enjoying myself some chicken wings. I love chicken wings. And they had just turned it on, that BYU game. You said they won, right?
Yeah, they won handily. Yeah, it was a good game. They were going back and forth with between. Iowa State kept on coming back, getting within 3 or 4 points, and BYU had an answer every single time.
Awesome basketball that's going on right now. That's going to lead into March Madness here pretty soon. Do you take part in that? Do you jump into those pools and stuff, Sweet 16s, Elite 8 and stuff like that? Do you get that serious with it?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't put much money down onto. I do the free ESPN one. That there's like 1 million people involved. And somehow, some way, there's these brackets that come out with like 100% on the first day. I'm like, no way. There's no way. There's no way that anybody can get 100% on day one.
There's always a way that somebody can get 100% right, man.
Yeah, if you cheat.
They can work the numbers. They could, you know what I mean?
No, there
research
ain't no numbers.
And things of that nature.
Nope, there ain't no numbers with this. There's no numbers involved with this. This is just all pure luck. You guess the number 2 is going to be number 15. Well, you might be able to, but some of these other games, nah. No. You can't predict that. There's no way. So they cheat. That's why.
So you're challenging me because I don't appreciate the word can't. That's not in my vocabulary. Can't tell me what I can't do, and I might just do it this year to prove it to you.
Okay, if you can get all 64 games or 64 teams right, yeah, 32 teams, yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. But
let me see what I can do.
Okay,
we're talking NCAA basketball. Iowa State, Purdue, down to Kansas. I caught your text message the other night talking about Kansas. That big story. Darren Peterson. What caught your eye? What
caught my eye? Well, here's the thing. So what caught my eye is the media is putting out there that he's kind of taking himself out of the game. He gets tired, so he needs to, step out of the game. He doesn't finish games. So that caught my eye. And then there's a couple other statements by like Stephen A. Smith. He came out and said, quote, "There is no team in hell that should grab Darian Peterson at number 1." Okay. Kendrick Perkins, he also said, "If you love the game of basketball, you're not pulling these kinds of stunts." Jay Williams also chimed in and says, "His talent is unquestionable. It's elite, but I don't feel like he really wants to be there." So have I watched any of the games where he did that? No, I've just seen highlights. Bill Self even comes out and starts chiming in a little bit, and he's basically saying, "I don't really see what you guys see." So, and I don't really either. I mean, I guess I don't see what they're seeing. I saw one play where he jumped, he hit a 3, and then he like points to the coach and says like, "Take me out." So
after I caught that message, I did a little dive on the guy to see what all the talk was about. Coming out of Canton, Ohio. Of course, he plays for the Hawks, Jayhawks. Good size on him. Can post small defenders. Primary, he's a shot creator. Like, isn't all the rest of the players nowadays shot creators? That's the only role that most players want to play nowadays that upset me. Nobody wants to be a strictly defender or a strictly passer. He's a shot creator. Big size on him. 4 stars across the board as far as activity goes, but what they're saying is that he's light in the ass. Missed 11 games and only played 15. That's 58% of the season. Okay, so if he produced 57% of an 82-game season, that means that he's only playing 47 games and missing out on 35 of them. Now, I don't know what team out there in the NBA wants to invest in that just because of his production, his productivity. Sizzle ain't worth the steak.
I mean, if they're right about all that, then he's not preparing himself for the NBA whatsoever. If he's trying to not get himself hurt, if he's trying to, reduce minutes, because I mean, that's really what the NBA does. Like, don't they do something that's called like minute restrictions or what? I can't remember the name of the term that they call it now, but players sit. They sit because they're trying to recover from 2 days ago or whatever it may be. Like these games, the NBA these days, like you said last week, like in last week's episode, LeBron says it's just weak. He says it's too much on the body. I mean, we have to take a rest break and blah 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 blah. And so maybe he's just prepping himself to have a couple days to sit while he's in the NBA. Like maybe that's just what he's doing. He's getting ready for the NBA, so he's gonna sit in college.
Check it out. The typical NBA player, usually the typical NBA player, misses about 15 games. That's your maybe. Devin Booker's on a different level as far as star status. Mm-hmm. But just a regular player, he missed about 50 games, and that's allowed. A star top player, your LeBrons, your Kawhis, James Harden, they're allowed to miss about 24 to 28 games due to the star quality and star power. He don't got that yet. So for him to have this type of production in college, for whatever the reason is, it's not looking good for him to go high in the draft. And who's going to have a draft in the first place with what is it? Not Adam Silva trying to take the draft out of it altogether, or that's a suggestion.
That's for NBA teams that are tanking. That's a whole different topic. But those stats that you just mentioned right there with these high profile players that are allowed to miss to miss games, up to 20-something games.
24 to 28
is crazy to me. That's for what? Sit down for what? Because you're tired?
That's what LeBron said. It's a strenuous 82 games, back-to-back, some nights, one side of the country to the other side of the country. They're going overseas to play basketball. It's taxing on the body. And these players nowadays are more explosive, more powerful, jumping higher, moving faster. They need more rest.
They are a bunch of bees is what they are.
But that's what LeBron said, and a few people out there are jumping on his bandwagon and saying, yeah, maybe there's something to it. If they didn't play so much, they wouldn't get hurt so much.
Isn't that funny, though? Like, isn't it funny to think about, like, the seniority structure of the NBA? And if you're in there long enough and you become a powerhouse athlete, that you're allowed to miss games up to 20, what'd you say, 20, 24 games. But if you're only like 3 years in, 4 years in, you can miss up to 15 games. It's almost like a seniority status now. Like, it's the longer you're in, the more you get paid. The longer you're in, the more you get to rest. It's great. It's
when you see Jordan flexing,
basketball.
When you see Jordan flexing his power, his seniority power,
he never missed a game. He didn't miss games because he was tired.
That's not how he would flex. But he pretty much had it his way in the NBA, and underneath different topics, you probably couldn't tell Jordan shit.
Yeah, because he knew how to play. You didn't need to tell him. He could run his own. He could do his own thing. He played. He worked hard. I mean, look at him. Look at everything he's done, and Kobe too. And then now we lost it. Yeah. We lost it. It's gone. That mentality of playing because you love the game is gone. It's in the garbage because you guys get paid way too much. That's why.
No. You guys, the fans. That's what y'all want. Y'all want this type of basketball. They're catering to who watches the game, who's excited about the game. So they're going to put on what these people want to see: the 7-footer shoot 3-pointers, a little defense, but not too defensive-y. Keep it active. Keep it action. That's what y'all demanded. You only get
here's the thing. I disagree with that. And here's what I say about that. You're right to a certain extent, but what I'm going to say is that the average fan doesn't go. The average really into a basketball fan, they don't go to the basketball games. They stopped watching. Do you know who does go to these basketball games? Those people who can afford the tickets, who can afford the time off, and who want to just be entertained. That's all it is. And they're paying for it. But the average fan, the ones who enjoy the game, who want to watch the game, who want to watch the pick and rolls, they want to watch the screens, they want to watch teams come back from a huge deficit. They want to watch that. They can't afford the tickets. The only ones who can afford the tickets are the elites and the people who just want to be there, hang out with their friends, make it a social night, and drink, and then maybe watch the game.
So basketball, you're telling me basketball took a back seat. Yeah, basketball the NBA is a backdraft to life nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's not fun to watch. You not both know that. It's not fun to watch.
I know it's not fun to watch, but we debate all the time that this is what people want to see. They enjoyed it. The people that are talking about basketball are talking about the things that we can't stand. But they highlight it on ESPN, YouTube, TikTok, all the high-flying dunks, the flexing and everything like that. That burns my hide, too. That's another topic right there. I'm so sick of cats coming down after a dunk, after a shot, and flexing and taking the game to a whole nother area. Have you seen, I hate to jump off topic, all the fights that's been going on in the NBA? Losing control, becoming emotional.
Yeah. No,
that's not basketball, huh?
There was just one the other day with Scottie Pippen's boy.
Oh, was that Scottie's?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got pushed in the back, and so he runs all the way down. Premeditated fight. He knew he was going to do it. Comes all the way down and just start to roll or rumble right there in the corner.
Because he got I didn't see it, so this is a question. Because he got a hard foul or something like that. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, no, he took a shot, 3-point shot, and I think he missed it. And then somebody, I think, who he was quarreling with before, they were tussling before, he comes up to him and kind of like gives him an elbow or gives him a little body check, and he falls to the ground, gets back up, races down the other side of the court where that player was, and he just goes up and just pushes him, and then all hell breaks loose.
So
But yeah,
okay,
you're right. Fights. Like,
these
and
guys
there's
are.
fights and not only fights on the court, but you're getting seeing fights in the stands now. Like
Oh,
at
yeah.
football games, basketball games, like you see all this stuff. You know what? The only sport that I can really think about right now that I haven't seen on TV where it's about crowds fighting is hockey. You don't see crowds fighting each other because they're there to watch the fights on the ice because it's legal.
Tennis.
So let's legalize all fights in the NBA, all fights in football. It'll make
So
it
let's
more
put a price.
exciting.
Let's put a price tag on it and help sell the NBA. You won't
There we
get to
go.
just watch the NBA, but a casual fight between the local fans throwing Bud Light at one another.
You're right. And then in hockey, same thing in hockey. Like when someone falls to the ice, the fight's over. You got to be done. It'd be in basketball. Once a person falls on the ground, it's over.
I don't know. Go ahead.
You know what else I'm noticing too? Now that you bring that up, is I'm noticing a lot more, not necessarily fights, but a lot more pushing in college basketball. Where usually college basketball is like, we're temperamental. We're not gonna ruffle any feathers. We're gonna keep our emotions in check. We're not gonna. No, it's starting to backslide into the college game now too.
So was the infusion of street ball, rap, and those other things that you think that affected basketball? Because a lot of guys, I'm hearing a lot of stories that are telling me that, like Jeff Teague said, "Look, I don't know how I made it to the NBA. I know we're going to talk about the NBA now, but Jeff Teague said, I don't know how I made it to the NBA. I just balled. I just showed up. I just did that. Maybe people just don't care no more like that. It's really, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different things that are infused with basketball nowadays that took the organization away from basketball. That's why cats don't want to practice. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go to film. They feel like they don't have to. As long as they're ready to go and be able to keep up during that game and hit a few threes, they're good to go.
I mean, that mentality has been around for a long time, I think, but I think it does get a little more prevalent right now, especially, these guys think they're so good. They get signed this NIL money. Can you imagine like how you would feel? I know how I would feel. I'd be like, shit, like they're paying me all this money. Like, do I really need to practice? As long as I show up and I, bust out 20 points, get 5 to 10 rebounds or 5 to 8 rebounds, play some good defense.
No, that's where you're wrong. Nobody's getting rebounds anymore. Nobody cares about rebounds anymore. They just want to just be able to. Nobody
just hit the three.
Rebounds.
Just hit the back step, the drop step three. Yeah.
That's all. The hezzy.
I did
boom,
notice
boom,
though.
boom, boom.
I did notice I was really excited watching that U of A game though because they were down 2 players. Cole Pete was gone. I think there was one other one that was out too. What's his name? Burroughs. I think he was sick. So you had Cole Pete out. Burroughs was sick, and then with like 6 minutes to go, they lost 2 of their big men. They lost their 7-footer and I think one of their other centers, who kind of reminds me of like a Charles Oakley type of player, like their big guy that just like bounces people around. He was out. So for like 4 minutes to go in the game, the Arizona Wildcats didn't have 100% of their roster they didn't have their starters on the court. So, and that just tells me that this Arizona's team is stacked this year. They're going to go far. I don't care what Jason says. They might make it to the national championship this year if they stay healthy. They get Koa Pete back and they stay out of foul trouble late in the game. But to go into Houston, who by the way hasn't lost a game there in 2 years, they're undefeated at home in the last 2 years, going on 3 seasons. And Arizona, who's banged up, goes in and beats them. That tells you a lot about Arizona.
Brilliant. They're fighters, and they're up underneath some good preaching and figured it out. Your big guy over there, Ivan Carr. What was his last name? How would you say his last name? I don't want to chop it. Big Ivan, the center over there, gave you 39
the big 7-footer.
Yeah, big guy. Yeah. 39 minutes, 16 points, 5 for 11, 1 for 3. I don't understand that. He wants to shoot one. Only missed 1 free throw. So I mean, there's people that stepped up. And Jalen Bradley finally showed up, gave you 17 points. He didn't hit nothing from outside. Arizona, they some fighters, man. Mm-hmm. What's on their record of challenges ahead?
They still got, I think they play BYU next, so that'll be interesting. They got Baylor. Oh man, they got Oh wait, they already played BYU. They beat BYU a few days ago. It looks like they got Baylor. Final Four is Baylor back to Kansas, but that's going to be in Tucson, Iowa State, and Colorado. So I mean, Arizona's got a tough last like eight of those games are ranked teams. I mean, that's impressive. Now they got to play Kansas again and Iowa State, both top 10 teams. So we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. We should try to see if we can go to that game down there in Tucson.
Oh, the Tucson game, yeah. Well, when is it? That's
a couple weeks away.
Next week.
Is that next week?
So next Saturday.
What you got cracking?
Oh, I'm gonna be out of town.
Copy that.
I'm going to Vegas, baby.
What's in Vegas, man? I haven't talked to you in a month or Sunday. When I do talk to you, tell me you're going on Vegas, and we're supposed to be at work right now. Wait a minute. Stop the show. Why are you going to Vegas?
I'm going with my wife and Jet. Yeah.
And you blow a little money, or what's going on? Is it just,
I don't know. We drop off Jet at one of our friends' place, and they stay there, and then we'll go out and maybe have dinner, or go throw a few bucks on the slots.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. It sounds like a good time. So with college going crazy, trying to figure itself out, you hit me with some more news that shocked me for me to hear, because we didn't break the story, but we talked about it. The Teddy Bridgewater Act.
Yes, awesome. It gave me chills when I saw it. I think it's a great idea. I'm glad Florida's stepping up on this. This is perfect. It's good.
Well, you're happy because it's monetized, right? Or not monetized, but it's governed now. A coach can give a certain amount. Receipts and things can be recalled, be accounted for, and stuff like that. That's what you wanted. You wanted structure to it, right?
Well, yeah, I think structure is important, and not only is it important just to have the structure and to be organized with it so that it doesn't go haywire. B, it really protects the coaches too. So nothing like this would happen again with what these coaches want to do. Because a lot of these coaches, they do want to do it, but they're afraid that they're going to get busted by being caught. And I think coaches still do it. I still think they do it, not to the extent that Teddy did it, because he put hundreds of thousands of dollars into it. But some of these coaches, they're going to take their boys out to dinner or to lunch, here and there, or give them a ride home or whatever it may be. But now that it's, there's still restrictions. They're still able. It's between. Let's see. It's the bill authorized between K through 12. So it's not just high school. It's elementary school that the coaches can use up to $15,000 of their own money per year to support however they want to do with their kids, whatever, if it's clothes, if it's food, transportation, whatever it may be. 15 grand, which I think is a lot. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, of course, he's got some money, but these other coaches who are living paycheck to paycheck, they don't got 15 grand, I don't think, laying around of their own money just to hand out to their kids. But at least they'll be able to be at ease to help their kids out.
When they do help out the kids, they won't get punished for it. And then I thought about it too. I was like, because remember, I was all up in arms about it when it first dropped. What's the issue with a coach helping out the squad, helping out his players, and doing this? That's what I remember. But then I was like, okay, now that they came in and organized this protects the coach from, maybe respectfully I say this, there's some weird people out there that'll do something to get something, you know what I'm saying, out of kids and stuff like that, or maybe to build some type of relationship. So if that top 4-star player is going somewhere, that coach has established a relationship with the kid by taking him home, giving him stuff, so maybe he might have some influence on where the kid can go. So that protects the coach in that aspect, I think. I thought about it. Like I said, I was just so against the fact that why did they jump on the coach? But then there were certain things that maybe they were thinking about. I didn't go that far with it. I just saw a coach trying to help out and do his thing with the players. I don't know if a lot of people remember the story. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, and also not only does it protect the coaches, but it also gets all the schools on a level playing field too. So that other coaches who may have money, like Teddy Bridgewater, can fork in all this money to his school. And then the school 1 mile down the road's got, Joe Schmo coach who has to work Walmart nights to greet people just to make ends meet, doesn't have the money to take care of these kids who need it just as much as the kids that Teddy Bridgewater school. So it's gonna level that playing field. That's gonna keep the schools on that fairness. That there's everything's that it's fair. The competition's fair.
Everything has to be fair. I can't help it down the street. Don't got what I got. Don't got a Teddy Bridgewater. Why is he? See, now the level. See, that's. I don't know. I don't know if I like that now that I have to think. I'm gonna have to rethink about this all over again. Yeah, no, because like you said, it makes it fair for everybody. You sound like the type of guy that'll give everybody a participation award.
No. Because here's the thing.
Here you go.
Just because there's laws out there that protect everybody doesn't mean that the talent is going to be better. The talent you could have the most talented kid in one school or 3 or 4 schools or 3 or 4 great athletes at one school, and the other school's got nobody. They're going to be last place every time. That's not fair. So maybe we should divvy those good players up and hand them to the school, so all the schools have one good player. See, that's what you're talking
amount
about.
Of talent.
I'm not talking about that.
Let's make it fair for everybody, so everybody has an equal chance to win. Who is this guy I'm talking to?
No, I'm saying not to do that. That's what I'm saying not to do. You can't take a school, and if they have 5 or 6 really good athletes on their teams, and these other schools in their division don't have anybody, and then so you have to divvy them up. I'm saying don't do that. I'm saying that's going too far. That's the participation award. All I'm saying is that there's got to be structure with some of these rules in the game to keep it fair competition, right? Not fair athletic ability. No, we're not going to divvy up the ability. That's not right.
That's not right.
Right. If your team's better than the other team, sorry. Like, it's just they're just better. Work hard.
Alongside organizing this bill, the Teddy Bridgewater bill, coaches must report the spending to FHSAA to ensure its good faith and not being used for recruiting.
Yeah.
And this bill, I don't know if it's actually signed, but it's moving forward in Florida.
It has moved forward. Yeah, it has to go through the House. So the Senate unanimously let it through. So 38-0. Usually, if it goes through the Senate smooth like that, then it's going to go through the House pretty smooth as well. And then Governor DeSantis, he's all about this type of stuff. He's going to sign that bill quickly once it gets to his desk, no doubt.
So does Teddy Bridgewater get a formal apology? He was under scrutiny when the story first cracked in the first place. Now they come out with an act for him, a bill for him in his name.
I mean, I don't know if he needs an apology.
Is that their way of saying I'm sorry?
I don't know if he needs an apology. I mean, he broke some rules. So would you apologize to people who break rules? And no, you don't apologize for that. He broke the rules. He got caught. And now he did the right thing. And he's like, all right, well, we got to change this. So let's go to the powers that be and change this item in high school sports. That's how you're supposed to do things.
I don't know if it was breaking the rules. We still go back and forth with the actual act and what he was doing is considered breaking.
The actions are heroic. They are, but there's still boundaries that people have to abide by. And if they're not, then you're breaking rules. Those are the rules. You couldn't do that. He wasn't supposed to put all that money, his own money, into it. That was the rule.
For him to break some rules and then for them maybe, let's say, about 4 or 5 months turn around and make it a law for him to be able to do it, that just means somebody didn't get their cut. Somebody didn't get their hand wet, their beat wet. So now the money's starting to flow to the right places. Let's make it a law and pretty it all up. And there you go.
Where's the money flowing to? Who's getting paid? Did Teddy get paid because of this?
I'm not saying Teddy. I'm just saying there's other things that are in play there that are above Teddy. The guy behind the camera that you don't see.
What did they benefit?
What he was just doing that was illegal is now a law.
But what they're saying now is that you can use your own money. There's no money spent, no money lost for the government.
And how you gonna put a cap on the money that you can use coming out of your pocket?
It just did $15,000.
$15,000, but what he gave and what he donated was like $100,000 for the new field, rides home, Ubers, and all that stuff.
Right? Yeah. So that's what they did. They said, "Okay, well, I think this is a good idea, but we got to cap it off somewhere."
Yeah, we're going to agree to do.
See, You got to you have to put boundaries on things. You have to. That's why there's law and order. Like, you got to put boundary on things. That's why the NCAA is all whacked out right now, because they don't have any structure to allow these kids to come back. How much money they get for NIL. There's no structure to it. So it's complete chaos. Let's bring the walls together. Let's come together and let's do the right thing and put these laws and these rules on paper so that everybody knows what they are. So there can be fair competition throughout K through 12 and beyond.
After the fact.
Sure. That's what's so great.
Let's implement this new idea and watch it flourish and turn into something beautiful. Then it does it. It goes crazy, chaotic. Things a mess, and now you want to retract everything and then re-straighten it out. You should have brought it out straight in the first place, and we wouldn't be in this situation. But shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. He's doing his thing. He made his way back to the league.
I think it's good. There's trial and error on things too. There's trial and error. You see something that looks kind of weird on the surface, and then you restructure it. That's what life's all about. That's how we get better. That's how you get better. That's how I get better. We go, we're doing something. Maybe we get into a habit of something, and we go, we probably shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I need to create my own laws for myself. Boundaries, right? Self-mastery. Figure those type of things out to be a better person. That's how you do it.
Would you like to give our fans a little example of a personal restructuring? It doesn't have to be anything major. Show us that law worked for you. Give us an example of how that law worked for you.
I won't give a personal one, but you can do an easy one of just like a simple one would be just procrastination.
Okay.
When you procrastinate, what happens? You stress out because now the time frame's coming where you got to get something done. You got to do it now instead of you had 6 weeks to do it in. So now you're stressing all this. There's structure to your life. Procrastination's one of them. If you don't procrastinate, most of us struggle with procrastinating. I know I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I like the challenge of getting something done fast.
Wait until the last minute.
Yeah. But there's all sorts of things. Drinking alcohol, alcoholics, or any type of addiction. I think those are the main things like that are personal accountability to change yourself, because you get involved in addiction, it ruins you, man. It ruins your life.
It can destroy your life. Would you? That's what structure would do. Amen over there, you bet. I know you sat back and you enjoyed that All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game. You put your jersey on and you was having a good time, wasn't you?
I did watch it. I watched some of it. I watched most of it, actually. And honestly, it's funny because I heard Reggie Miller. I think it was Reggie Miller. He was one of the commentators. I heard him say something about Kevin Durant, because he kind of got called out about playing hard. And he was playing hard. So Reggie Miller said something like, "Oh wow, looks like these fans got what they want. These guys are playing hard." Which, to me, why does that need to be brought up? Why can't you just play hard? Why do the fans have to go, I think they need to play a little harder? Just play hard. Just play like you would in a regular basketball game. Play hard. You want to win. Just play hard.
I didn't watch none of it.
When I
saw it, I was over there at the barbershop and I saw it, and it was on TV. I thought it was a recap of last year's All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay no attention. There's so much stuff going on there. Kevin Durant got a burner account where he's uploading certain messages to X
allegedly
about certain things. There's crazy stuff going on right now.
Allegedly, yes.
Nobody was playing really hard. I guess Edwards got the MVP of the All-Star game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I think because he made the most three-pointers.
9 times out of 10, that's the reason why. That's all they did was shoot three-pointers.
Yeah.
The dunk contest was trash. It wasn't
boo,
right? And everybody, your boy Stephen A. He's funny, man. He's blaming it all on LeBron. I didn't see the connection there. Why is it LeBron's fault that the slam dunk contest is trash?
Him and LeBron don't get along right now. They're kind of button heads.
Not seeing eye to eye. So is it over for LeBron? I don't want to venture off and go down LeBron. Everybody in the world is talking about LeBron, but should LeBron leave the game alone? Is it over?
I thought he needed to leave the game alone 3 years ago. Should be done. Pack it up, my man. Pack it up. You're done. Although he's still playing at a pretty high level.
When he wants to play.
When he wants
Probably,
to, right?
yeah, and a guy like LeBron, because he's a star top player that can technically miss about 24 to 28 games. LeBron could stretch that and go 32 to maybe 36 games. He could miss without playing.
Right.
So he could go another season if he has that same type of routine. I can miss this many games. He can go a couple more seasons if he keeps doing that.
Yep. So I'm done talking about NBA. You?
It's over with, man. I could care less about NBA. We're gonna have to face the fact sooner or later. High school basketball was on your mind. What's going on? I didn't even know about that. I just thought it.
Yeah.
Right.
So high school basketball, boys high school basketball in the state of Arizona is underway. The Open started a couple weeks ago, I believe. Is when that was the Open boys. Now we got 2 teams in the state of Arizona that are ranked nationally in the top 10. Sunny Slope High School, Millennium High School from out here in the West Side. Millennium Tigers are representing. They are number 2 in the state of Arizona. Sunny Slope's number 1, and I believe both of those are, like I said, in the top 10 nationally ranked. So they actually played, Millennium played my school, Canyon View High School, and it was ugly. Final score was, I think, 100-53 in favor of Millennium. Funny thing is that Max Preps had Canyon View at 100 and Millennium at 53, and I was like, there's no way.
Is that a game?
No way. No, I didn't call that one. I could have, but I couldn't do it that night. But yeah, Millennium's good, man. They got like 4 or 5 D1 players already. Same with Sunny Slope. Both those teams, they'll be in the finals together. It'll be them 2 facing off for the Open Championship for the boys. Canyon View High School, though, they did lose the first game in the Open, so that puts them back into the 5A state championship, which they're going to be playing February the 25th against Buena out there at Canyon View High School, 7 p.m. So we shall see what happens there. The girls' side of things. Let me get to
which is topic right now. I don't mean to cut you off, but I've been hearing about there's not enough women that want to play women's basketball. I heard that is in trouble right now.
Really? That's interesting.
Just a couple stories that's been floating around. Not enough participants that want to come out and play. Not interested in it. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not seeing the bigger picture of possibly going to the WNBA. I don't know if you heard that, but that's what I heard.
I have not. I'm not surprised.
But you started. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So to the girls' side of things, so Canyon View High School actually they're ranked number 11. They won. They beat Hamilton in the Open Championship second round. I think it was the second round. So that keeps them into the Open Championship, which they're going to be playing McClintock at Canyon View High School on February 26th, and I will be calling that game out there at Canyon View High School, 7 p.m. this Thursday, February 26th. Millennium still, they're ranked number 2. They're in the Open. They got Basha. Perry plays Higley. Perry's number 1 in the girls' side. Sandra Day O'Connor playing Campo Verde. So those are the 4 games going on in quarterfinals this Thursday. So stay tuned if you want to listen to Canyon View High School and McClintock. I will be doing that commentation.
And where can they catch you at?
CVTV on YouTube. And we're also on, go to CVTV. You'll see a link to an all audio. It's like a radio station. I can't recall where it's at, but go on to CVTV. Should be a link on there.
And that's this Thursday night. You got that going on at 7:00.
That's this Thursday night. Yes, sir. This Thursday night.
Way out there on the west side. Huh?
West side. That's right.
Copy that.
So that's high school boys and girls basketball. It's going pretty good right now. Got some really great teams playing right now. So go out and watch some high school basketball. Winter Olympics. You've been watching
commercials. You know, I've been keeping up. I know United States, we got, I think it's 11 golds. We set a new U.S. record for gold medals at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
I know that much of it. That's the top storyline, but that's where I'm at. I'm waiting.
Not much of a Winter Olympic watcher.
I don't like the cold. Nothing about the cold interests me in the first place. So
I did send
scared.
you. I did send you a picture of the luge doubles. Did you like that?
I did not see that, and after this here, I'm gonna take a little peek at it to let you know.
The luge doubles. Well,
Go
here,
for it.
let me. I'm just gonna show you the luge doubles so you can get a good idea of what I'm referring to.
Copy that.
I'm just gonna get a quick little image up here. Yep, this was the one that I showed you. So let me just pop this up, and we're gonna do a quick little screen share. Where are you? Where'd you go? The luge doubles.
Mm-mm.
All right, well, I'll just do this. Yep. Now I sent you this picture, and I told you, and I gave you a question. I said top or bottom. All right, here we go.
I don't need to see the picture, and I don't even like the question.
Here we go. You ready?
Hope the world's ready.
All right, top or bottom, my friend. Can you see it?
Oh, that's look at it. That's not real, bro. That's AI, man.
No, that's real. That is legitly real. That is a thing. The luge doubles. That's a thing.
No, it's not. I'm gonna have to fact check this and do some research on this. This is AI. I know AI when I see
Hold
AI.
on, fine. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Let me
I
show
don't
you.
believe you.
Let me show you the video of it. Then here, just watch the video.
You
of
are
this
looking.
luge.
Now, wait a minute.
Consecutive gold.
Okay.
This is such a tight race.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
here's
Okay.
the deal.
Do you
Here's the
see what
deal.
I'm talking about? It's
I
a
do.
real thing. The doubles luge.
I guess so. You know what? Again, I'm not a winter guy, so that probably wouldn't be my sport where I would want to participate in.
But you didn't answer my question. Top or bottom?
If I was forced to have to do this, I guess I would have to be the bottom.
Okay. Can you see me and you being the doubles luge team? The dynamic duo?
I have to slim down a little bit, man. I got a lot of weight down there, man. And
That's good. We need weight. Weight helps us propel forward down the hill. More weight, the better. It's all about that takeoff, though. We gotta
right.
with our claws.
Well, you know what? If I can't do it, I probably can find you a good substitution that would
Know somebody?
partake in that. That's wild.
Yeah, but
I don't even. Why does that even make sense? Why do two people need to be on one sled like that? What,
I don't know, man.
double luge.
Double luge. Yeah.
Double luge.
I don't know.
No, but
yeah,
America, United States are leading the way in gold with Norway right behind it with 18. Italy got 10 so far. Germany is sitting at 7 underneath the gold.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 40 medals for Norway. That's impressive right there.
That's wild.
That is impressive. Let's see what the medal tracker is currently. And I believe all right, so we got medals. How many did we say we had total?
For the United States are 32 medals, 11 gold.
Okay. All right, well, we got 33 medals and 12 golds now, baby. I think, yeah, Canada and USA men's hockey. USA comes out on top 2-1 over the Canadians in hockey, which is amazing for the USA to win gold over Canada.
I'm gonna have to start watching a little bit of that. That might be interesting. I think I might be waiting for it, and I don't know why. Hopefully, the basketball, USA basketball, is interesting.
Well, they don't do that in the winters.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm waiting for that.
You got 2 more years. You got time. Maybe we can even go to one of those games out there because it's going to be in Los Angeles.
So there you go. We start planning now. Thankfully, I planted the seed to think about it 2 years away from now. But
right.
yeah, I would like to go do that. See that.
Yeah, you can already buy tickets right now. They're already open.
Can you?
Yep. Yes, you can. So yeah, that's USA is by far doing the best Winter Olympics that they've done ever in the history of that. So yeah, some other. Really, we don't have to name anything else that's going on. Everybody can go take a look at the Winter Olympics, check out what they got, who's been getting the golds. I know we've been doing pretty well in like speed skating and hockey and some downhill things, curling.
Shouts out to Mia. Mangaleno. She capped off with a credible run with the bronze in the women's mass sport, the speed skating. Me over there doing her thing. That was pretty dope. That's a dope one. I have been watching them. But you know what? Somebody said something. I'm going to go off track. It's hard to keep up with a lot of these players and a lot of these different sports versus what it used to be back in the days because a lot of these players don't have a story that was out there before the player.
Mm-hmm.
It was easier to fall in love with Jordan, Charles, Oakley, Patrick. They had such a story. They had a name. They had, there was something behind. A lot of people are not interested in basketball because they don't know these players. They know them by name, but they don't know these players.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was pretty dope for me.
Real quick, I know it's not on the show sheet, but I just wanted to. we had some comments on a couple of our videos that I wanted to share. Specifically, the one about LeBron James being soft. Remember that one that we talked about? We put out there. We had some buzz going on. I just want to read some of these. Comments. Fuzzy Wuzzy 24. He says soft and softer. I kind of agree with you when it comes to LeBron James. Thanks for that. Muddy Water says nobody played defense, especially him. They all hover around the 3-point line. Yep, NBA is becoming 3-ball. That's all it is.
Becoming. And who started that?
Right.
Who started the 3-point that made it so impressive to shoot the 3-pointer that everybody took to it around the league? Who started that?
Steph Curry.
That's my goat, by the way.
He's your goat? Okay.
That's my goat.
I said, so I replied, I said it's a lazy game. And then Joshua Bennett 218 says, okay, do you know the size of an NBA court? I would like to see you go running full speed up and down the court for 8 minutes straight, playing nothing but defense. Go sit down somewhere. Ain't nobody playing defense all the time. Okay.
I think the court's 90 feet.
Yeah, I think it's like 96 feet, but
96 feet.
Not big at all. And these guys who are in great shape can do it fairly easily.
I don't do nothing but play basketball, stay in shape, eat right. You pretty much lay up and do this. 90 feet, 8 minutes. Yeah, yes, it's strenuous.
It is strenuous, but this is their job. It's what they do.
It's what they do.
Muddy Waters responded to Joshua Bennett. He says, laugh out loud, goofy. You know this 82 game didn't start in 2020s. AI never complained. He was playing 82 games and he was getting beat up. Kobe never complained. Once again, y'all generation is soft.
Soft as tissue paper. You see Shaq complain.
Soft.
Penny Hardaway complained. Scottie Pippen complained. So whoever said that, the guy must be a young guy, a millennial. And he's soft.
Soft. Yep. So those are a couple of the comments that I wanted to mention today. Thank you all for checking us out on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Following us. We appreciate all the subscribers. 128 of them.
128. Did you see that?
128. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Well, but before we get up out of here, let's talk about how we're thankful for everything that we're blessed with, that we get to be a part of, and how we appreciate every opportunity to make our lives better, our families' lives better, with the empowerment from what empowers us.
Mm-hmm. So I just want to read a scripture.
I gave it to you.
You gave it to me. I got it. Eliu. This one's found in 2 Nephi chapter 9, verse 23 to 24 in the Book of Mormon scripture. He says, and he hath commanded all men that we must repent, having perfect faith in the Holy One of Israel, for the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, hath spoken it. Now, repentance is not a scary word. Don't think repentance is scary. It's just trying to change, trying to be a better person. That's all it is. It's all God desires us for us to do. And we have him in our back pocket, literally, for all the support and help that we could possibly get. So
no matter how many fouls you commit or how far behind you feel on the scoreboard, the Lord's love is the permanent open sign on the door. And he's already prepared the way for most of y'all to make your way back. He already knew some of y'all was going to leave, but he got you mapped out to bring it back home.
Amen to that. He's got the plan. He's got the game plan. He's got the game plan. So, all right, everybody, enjoy the week. Enjoy the sports. Keep watching. Take a look at us on YouTube, IG, and TikTok. And we will see you next week. See you, brother.
Later, man.